Hi guys, welcome back to another lovely fancy fold challenge. It is the 5th of the month, which means that we are coming in with a new challenge for you. This month we are making an upright fold easel card. It's quite a mouthful. It is a really lovely take on an easel card, and if you haven't made one of these before, I'm sure you're going to give it a go. So if you haven't yet heard about our challenge, this is the Fancy Fold Craft Challenge ran by Mnoika, aka Paper Mona, and there are quite a few ladies in this group. Nice, every month we are sharing lots of different takes on the same fun fold, so make sure you go into my description box and check out the links to all the ladies that are participating in this challenge, because I can tell you I cannot wait to see what everyone has made. So my card today will measure 7.5 by 5.5 inches, and this is the measurements of this card in here. I also have another piece here measuring 5.5 by 8 inches, and I scored it down at 7.5, leaving me with that 1/2 inch flap on the top, which I will use as a hinge to attach it to my card front. Now this way I've created my own 7.5 by 5.5 top folding card base. Of course, you can do this in any size at all, smaller or larger. I wanted to go a tiny bit larger, plus to accommodate my topper as well. This card is going for a birthday of a very special lady, and I will be hand delivering this in a box. I have another piece of card in here measuring 6.5 by 5.5 inches. I scored and folded at 3 and at 6 inches. I folded one direction on the 3-inch mark and then the other direction on the 1/2 inch mark in there. And basically I'm just extending the front of my card, if you can see what I'm doing there. I'm adding my glue just to that 1/2 inch of a tab, and I'm going to glue it on the inside of the front flap of my card base. Just using my bone folder here to burnish down the score lines to make sure the card stands up nice and strong, and this is the shape that you should be having, like 2 mountain folds. I have already prepared my mats and layers to go on the front part, on the larger and the smaller one. So for the larger one I have this holographic silver card, which I've cut to just 1/8 of an inch smaller than the card base. So this one measures 5 3/8 by 7 3/8, and the pattern paper measures 5 1/4 by 7 1/4, and this is from the Rainbow Pastel Delight by Chloe's Creative Cards. It's such a gorgeous paper pad, and it is that marbly pink goldy paper that I used. And for the smaller one I have a 5 3/8 by 2 7/8, and for the pattern paper I have 5 1/4 by 2 3/4 of an inch, and I'm just using my collal glue to glue both of these in place. I love using collal glue for mats and layers because it will leave the card really nice, a good quality feel to it. It adds a lot of strength once it dries. I am going to use oval nesting die set for my toppers, and this is by Chloe's Creative Cards, the scalloped and pierced oval nesting die set. I took 3 of these out. The largest one out of the 3 measures 6 1/4 by 4 3/4 of an inches. And I am going to use this largest die to create a topper, which basically will be like a top folding card base, I guess. So I have a card folded in half in here, and where the fold line is on the top, I am going to let my oval die overhang a bit, so the cut line goes above the cardstock. It will not cut in there, it will leave me with a straight edge where the top folding card piece will be opening. Now I taped it in place and ran it through my die cutting machine. I only needed to do this once, depending on your die cutting machine and how heavy of a cardstock you're using, you may need to do this multiple times. But once I open it up, you can see the straight edge in there where it is still attached together. I will be hiding that piece in a minute, don't worry. So I am going to glue this onto my card piece just like so, but I want to position it so I will have time for a topper or the stopper to go in there, which is basically the sentiment. I'll walk you through that in a little minute. I'm adding glue at the entire back of one of these ovals, and I'm gluing it in, but I'm leaving a little bit of a room on the top as well, because I will be covering up that straight edge by cutting one of the same size ovals. This is just a single piece of cardstock, and I'm just going to glue this right on top of the front of that oval card. That way I will be able to hide that straight edge line in there. Obviously this is optional. I like to do these things, but I know not everyone is bothered by that straight line. Now with my next die, which is a scalloped one, I've cut out a holographic silver card, the same as I used in on the mats and layers in there. And then with the smallest one out of the three, I die cut it from white card, and I also embossed it using an embossing folder, which is called a trellis embossing folder from Chloe's Creative Cards. It's an 8x8 size, and I've used it so many times. I think it's so elegant. I really, really love it. Any products that I can find still available, I will leave a link in the description box below. Now let's talk flowers. So I've already prepared the flowers I'm going to be using. I've cut these out of white pearlescent paper. I think this is like 120, 125 GSM, something like that. And it was just white. I added color using Distress Spritz sprays. For these smaller ones, I used pink shades like Kitsch Flamingo, Picked Raspberry, and I think it was Saltwater Taffy, the first layer that I added. So I got these lovely pink flowers. For the stem, and you can see how lovely and sparkly they are, I used glitter from Chloe's Creative Cards, and this is the Diamante Sparkle, and it is gorgeous. It's just like diamonds, white and silver color, just gorgeous glitter. It's adds super gorgeous sparkle. On the middle of the flowers, I added three like see-through, almost like glass-like gems, but because the glue is still white, it hasn't dried properly yet. It doesn't show that clear just yet, but I will take some footage at the very end. Now these larger flowers, believe or not, I went with squeezed lemonade and some orange color spreads, but they came out very beigey colors, like nothing yellow or orangey at all. However, I was extremely happy because look how perfectly it just matches the papers that I decided to use in the end. So it was a happy accident or a happy mistake, if you call it a mistake. I don't know why it came out that color. So my foliage, I used some of these dies from the Beautiful Bouquet set. I'm not sure if these are still available. Again, if they are, will be linked in the description box below. And some teal paper from the Pastel Sorbet paper pad. I've cut more out than what I need, but I'd rather have some more than having to come back and cut again. These foiled acetate embellishments are so gorgeous. Look at that. So they are silver, and I added glitter on the underside, so the turquoise glitter shows through those crevices that I see through in there. Absolutely stunning. So these are from Chloe's Creative Cards, and these are the foiled acetate sheets. Oh yeah, the swirls, I almost forgot about them. So I added pink and like an orangey color glitter to these, and these two are the Watermelon Crush and the Mexican Sunrise. Just stunning pots of glitters. So this is the foiled acetate sheets that I used. There's gold and silver ones, 2 designs of each, 3 sheets. So you get 12 sheets altogether, jam-packed with all those foliage and flowers that you can just cut out and add your glitter to, just use as they are. Absolutely stunning. This is my second pack of these that I bought because I just love them, guys. I'm not saying this because I don't get paid to advertise these at all. But I'm saying this because they're genuinely such lovely and good quality products that I really enjoy using. For my sentiment, I stamped Happy Birthday from the tiny tag and sentiment plaque stamp and die set. And I used Kitsch Flamingo to stamp my sentiment onto white cardstock, and I cut the plaque from that. And there's an outline, so there's a larger plaque die as well, which I used the teal color same as I used for the foliage, only this is the other side, the darker side of the teal. But I will show you that more in a close-up in a minute. And here I'm just using my hot glue gun just to arrange all the flowers and the foliage around that oval. I'm just making sure that I'm not adding them too close to the bottom because that will be tucked underneath the sentiment later. And while you watch me decorate the card front in here, I just very quickly would like to talk a little bit about this collaboration. If you have not yet seen the Fancy Fold Craft Challenge before, on the 5th of each month, we are coming in and showing you our own takes on a certain fun fold card. So this month it is the upright easel folds that fold card. but each month is in a different fold, and it is so interesting, at least for me, to see how each of us, I think there's 8 of us in this group now. I will leave a link to all of the other channels in the description box below, so you can go and check those out after you finished watching my video, because it is so really amazing to see how we have the same foam fold but completely different variations and takes on that fold. And we do not talk in advance to say what sizes, what shapes we are making. We just do our own thing, and then we get surprised by all the other gorgeous mix as well. So it is really worth checking out those videos for some lovely, lovely inspiration. Also, you can join in with us as well. So if you use the hashtag that you can see on my screen now, the FSC Challenge 2023, and you add that hashtag to your posts on social media, we will be able to see that if we search for the hashtag. Or we also have a Facebook group where you can just join in with us and share your mix as you wish each month. We would love to have you there. We would love to see what kind of a fold you make. And just jump back to the card in here. You can see I'm finishing off with the sentiment in here. So I've added foam pads alongside the bottom part of the sentiment plaque only. I've doubled up on the foam pads as well to make sure there's enough depth, so I will be able to tuck that topper behind it. When I'm attaching it to the card, I wanted to do it in a position so when the card is opened up and displayed, it sits in the right place. I don't want to have it too low, because if you start positioning it when the card is closed up, it will not be in the right place. So you want to have it a little bit higher, and that's why I opened up the card in here and I'm checking where the base of that oval is, and that's where I'm adding in around there the top bit of those foam pads, if that makes any sense. So I'm trying to center it as well. There's quite a lot I had to focus on. This is how the card will be in the box. And once it's displayed, that oval bit will need to be tucked in underneath that sentiment. So you can leave a little note on the inside of the card, maybe on the tuck this behind the sentiment, because this will be hand delivered. I will be able to show how to display the card. So this is the card almost finished. I will be adding a little more decoration to this in a little second, but because I'm crafting this in the middle of the night, the colors are not just so vibrant in here. If you wait a little minute, I will attach a footage I've recorded the next day to show you how truly gorgeous this card is. And if you like what you see, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to make sure you get notified anytime I upload new videos. Hit the like button, and I would love to read your comments and thoughts on this card in the comment section below. If you would like to share my video with a crafty friend, that would be amazing too. Every single interaction helps me so much to get seen on YouTube, and I really, really appreciate your support. So this is the card the next day. You can see the colors are much more vibrant and stronger in here. Just so gorgeous. So those are the pink rhinestones I added in the 2 corners, and also some of the clear rhinestones, the same as are in the middle of each flower, I added to the end of some of those foliage. Just to finish it off, you can just about pick up on that bling, and this is the card displayed. How stunning is it? I really, really love how this has turned out. It's a lovely large card. It's very special, full of bling and sparkle, just the way I like it. And this is how it would be lying flat in the box that I made for it. So this is a little still image of it. And I really hope to see you back soon with my next tutorial. I promise I will start to get busier on YouTube too. See you then. Bye.